Critics of the Federal Reserve have been out in force. Some say it hasn't moved fast enough on interest rates. Others accuse it of playing politics. And some want to know why it didn't do more to weed out the bad behavior at Wells Fargo. Now, there's another issue. Steve Liesman reports tonight from Kansas City.
The Fed has been criticized by Republican nominee Donald Trump for being political and keeping rates too low, and by investors for confusing communication. But a gathering wave of criticism has received less publicity: the lack of diversity at the central bank. It became a topic this week when the Fed chair faced Congress.
We've had no African-American presidents. We've had 0 Latino presidents out of 134. So I want to make sure that we stay focused on that. I think we can do better than that.
We've made some progress, but we need to do better. At the level of presidential appointments, I would very much like to see, I very much hope that we can see greater diversity in the FOMC.
In an effort to address these concerns, the Kansas City Fed held the first ever minority bankers conference this week in an attempt to identify potential banking leaders who could one day be policymakers. Yellen addressed the audience today and hinted at possible changes to come. Rose Washington is deputy chair of the Kansas City Fed, involved in economic development lending in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
All money is green, but people are different. I bring a unique perspective to this organization, to the monetary policy discussion, because of the community that I serve, because of the community where I work every day, where my ear is to the ground, collecting data from minority businesses, from small manufacturers located in low-income census tracts.
The issue of diversity at the Fed came to the fore in Jackson Hole this year, when activists met with several Fed officials and called for greater inclusion on the Federal Open Market Committee.
The Fed has done a pretty good job in balancing things over the years, but I think more diversity on the Fed board will bring more insight to what's happening in the urban communities in America.
Amid calls for greater diversity, the Fed's first test will come not here in Kansas City, but in Atlanta, where Fed President Dennis Lockhart has announced he'll retire next year. The campaign has already begun to seek out a minority to fill the post. For Nightly Business Report, I'm Steve Liesman in Kansas City.